This is gay. Soy and health. There was a point in time where I think we could have just like made fun of dudes that say stuff like this post Gamergate and be like, dude, you are the most unfuckable loser. Please find God. Okay? Drop this YouTube video essay shit. Go to a monastery. Okay? Any kind of medicine. He hates it. You show that man any medicine, he's like, not for me. No, thank you. I would not like it. And not only do I not like it, I don't want others using it either. That's just the kind of guy he is, except for the one vaccine that makes you brolic, which is, of course, testosterone replacement therapy. That's the only vaccine that he likes. He doesn't like the vaccine that make you autistic and gay. He likes the vaccine that makes you brolic, which I'm on board with, to be fair. Like, that is the one thing where I'm like, okay, I mean, government mandated TRT, like, I'm on board. I like that. No more two genders, chat. No more two genders. Only one gender. Man, okay? Everyone has to do TRT. One gender and one gender only going forward. None of this two gender shit. That's woke, okay? Women, woke. Automatically, when I see a woman in a video game, I think political. That's woke. That's DEI. I go to the grocery store. Okay. The clerk, a woman, DEI, get her out of here. Why are you not a man? Why are you not a sexy man? A sexy man with massive biceps. Okay. That's DEI. I will not stop until everyone is forcibly transed into being men. And not just any kind of man, but like real sexy, strong men. All right, that's my take. Maybe I'm a little crazy for it, but you know, me and RFK, that's what we're doing. No more DI. We're eliminating women. The pussification of video games. AndyPants Gaming 5 months ago, 1.3 million views. I love videos like this because it's like, bro, you're talking about video games, man. Like, when were video games quote unquote hard? Like, it's video games, yo. I'm telling you. Okay. Chat, Big Bang Theory. I'm going to keep hitting this button over and over again. I think Big Bang Theory made people think nerds were actually, worthwhile to listen to on stuff that's not nerd related. Okay? It gave nerds too much confidence. And I think we are now living in the post Big Bang Theory universe where nerds are unashamed of having opinions like this. Like, what do you mean the pussification of gaming, dude? What the where was there ever a point in time where video games specifically were not like, something that you do as a hobby indoors, okay? Do you believe in the Big Bang Theory or Pangria? I believe in my Big Bang Theory, which is not that the Big Bang happened or whatever. That stuff is like woke and gay because science. I believe that the real Big Bang Theory is that the Big Bang Theory, the television show, made it so that nerds got too confident and that it made American society more receptive to these evil ass nerds. And it made us think like, oh, dude, nerds are awesome. Like, they're all lovable. Like, they're all great. They all got great ideas. They're all just trying to save humanity or whatever. And now what do we got? Elon Musk. Good job. Congratulations. Bazinga. Okay. Back in the day, nerds were evil. Every villain wore a doctor's apron. Okay. Every villain. Dr. Doom. Okay. Dr. Disrespect. Unacceptable. Now you got nerds all over the government. Look where that got you, okay? Dr. Robotnik, thank you. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Now you got nerds. Now you got nerds running around with botched penis implants, inseminating people at a rapid clip. Nerds are not supposed to have 13 children, okay? Something has gone very wrong with society. Where we went from like Lex Luthor, we went from freaking Lex Luthor to thinking like Elon Musk is gonna save us. It's messed up. It's messed up. Okay. Down to earth billionaire. Oh. Anyway, we got a lot going on, but here, we'll start off with the pussification of games.
I'm going to talk about the great pussification of video games that has happened the past 20 years.
This is gay. Soy and health. There was a point in time where I think we could have just like made fun of dudes that say stuff like this post Gamergate and be like, dude, you are the most unfuckable loser. Please find God. Okay? Drop this YouTube video essay shit. Go to a monastery. Okay? Find Christ. What are you doing? And now I feel like because there are far too many people that also are unashamed of having opinions like this and being out and about, okay? It's just like it's breach containment. There's no way that we can actually contain it any longer. Okay? We can't do it. The usage of as an insult is sexist as I mean, yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like what am I supposed to do? You know? It is. But it's also like this ain't 2016 any longer, you know? Despite LGBTQ and 6 being only 3% of the population, they're taking over video games. Why, you ask? Because publishers seem to hate money and want to lose all of it. Join my edgy Discord. Wait, this is a meme, right? This gotta be a meme. Okay, never mind. Maybe this isn't serious. The AndyPants gaming? Is this guy just like making jokes? Why are video games so gay now? Gross. Kingdom Come Deliverers goes fully gay and, well, I can't tell if this guy is being serious or not. Oh my God. Gay weirdo still mad about Marvel Rivals' huge success. He's gay now. Kingdom Come Delivers 2 main character gay. Last of Us 2 creators, new games getting cooked. We were robbed. Why modern characters suck. Gay, black, and disabled. Indiana Jones for Xbox situation isn't looking good. Dragon Age Veilguard fans are playing the victim now. Has GTA 6 gone woke? R word in the title? He's serious? Where's the R word? I didn't even catch it. Oh, right here. Gay and R worded. Okay. Xbox avowed reviews are in and the game is a flop. Okay. Let's watch this now. Okay, now that we know this guy is serious and it's important, okay? I'm doing journalism to try to figure out if this dude literally has a mental deficiency that is causing him to be like deeply insecure about his own personal sexuality and therefore incredibly resentful about any kind of gayness existing. Which includes dancing, apparently, by the way. Dancing is gay now. This motherfucker's living in Footloose. Like, getting mad at dancing and saying dancing is soy and health, which is automatically gay, is like having the perspective of like an insane like Christian guy in the 50s. You know what I mean? I can't comprehend how you could be like, dancing? That shit's gay. Okay, dude.
Is it a soy-based diet doing this? Is it the rise of OnlyFans simping doing this? If you have recently had the thought, I wonder what new pumpkin-flavored items Trader Joe's has.
Gay! What? Whoa, what the f***? What is this?
Be careful, my brother in Christ. You might be gay now. But if there's one thing that is straight as hell, it's the rock-solid video games of the 2000s. Your Gears of War, your Medals of Honor, your Chronicles of Riddick's.
Okay, these games are also awesome. Yes. But I'm a little confused. I mean, Chronicles of Riddick is a banger. Like, let's just be real, okay? I never really played Gears. I played Medal of Honor. The Chronicles of Riddick is fantastic. Like, he just pulled out a choice one. Oh God, I'm fucking old. Hey, that's what it is. This guy is old. And games don't hit no more because I'm a 40-year-old loser. And obviously, when I was 14 and playing these games, life seemed a lot nicer. That's what this is. Half of these people that make videos like this, that's what it is. Okay, it's just like I'm now 35 plus, and games suck. And it's partially because my life sucks. Okay? That's it. Games don't hit no more. Okay, well then don't play anymore and stop chirping. I'm sorry. It is not an accident that the Venn diagram of people that fucking complain about new games and people who are, 35 plus year old gamers, and also the last circle there, the World of Warcraft Classic players is a circle, okay? For the most part. It is incredibly rare. Now, a lot of WoW Classic players are going to get mad at me for saying this because I know some of you are in this community, okay? But you're rare. You're rare. Go to Trade Chat, as I learned recently, okay? Go to Trade Chat and hear out the opinions of the marketplace of WoW Classic, and you'll very quickly figure out that the vibes over there are very locked into the same mentality where people basically are upset. They're 35 plus. Games don't hit no more the same way they did when they were 14 and could eat, Tostitos, pizza rolls or whatever, and didn't have any other obligations. Okay? So they're desperately seeking out that nostalgia, and that nostalgia is playing WoW Classic.
These games were masculine as hell, and we want them back, and we're boycotting video games until they come back.
Totinos, bro, you're fake fat? No, dog, I didn't grow up in America. Okay, calm down.
I recently saw this disappointing photo of Phil Spencer being pushed out of the photo by two domineering girl bosses who are probably unfulfilled in the...
I'm not gonna lie. This probably goes super hard, though, if you're dumb as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine after a long day of working your shit-ass IT job that you absolutely despise, you come home, okay? You turn on your goon cave. You got Asmongold on one screen, okay? He's doing the damn thing. He's doing it. The mad lad speaking truth to power, okay? DEI equals die. You got this video on the other screen. This guy's talking about whamming and executive leadership in video games. That sucks. Okay? You fire off the Dino Nuggies. Your mom used to make them. Now you have to make them yourself. Okay? You get in your jammies. You sit down at your Goon Cave commander station and you just kick back with the boys in the Discord server, okay? You guys are fucking really laying it into people. You're laying it into those goddamn gays and the whammons. That's it. That's a good night. No fucking future prospects. No wife, okay? Barely making ends meet. Probably gonna get fucking, probably gonna get kicked out of the apartment soon because they're gonna knock that shit down and build a goddamn luxury condominium so the fucking landlord can make more money. But hey, in that brief moment, all of that goes away. You eat the Dino Nuggies and you think about how women and gays ain't shit. Okay, you're wrong about this. Quality of games has absolutely gone down, but as with everything, it's due to the capitalism, not woke. Yes and no. I have talked about this quite extensively. There is definitely a lot of corporate monopolization that has taken place. A lot of big developers, publishers just basically becoming these like ginormous corporations. There's a lot of money to be made. So yes, you're right. There's a lot of slop out there. There's a lot of IP juggling, and there is a lot of same old bullshit year over year. This is something that I used to talk about it as like the EA-ification of gaming. Because when I was younger, and I'm probably around the same age as a lot of these fucking losers who constantly chirp about games ain't shit no more because women and gays. When I was younger, that was the major publisher that did that, right? EA basically created the model of like giving you that same slop every single year. Okay? It was marginally improved. I mean, look no further than like FIFA and the crowds in FIFA, right? They just never really improved that. And then Call of Duty came in and basically did that as well. And now a lot of major developers do this. Like they just come in, make the same exact game, exact same formula, maybe marginally different, okay? Just marginally changed a little bit. And on top of that, they added microtransactions, they added DLCs, they added releasing video games when they're incomplete, with that sometimes can even be unplayable, crunch. Virtually everything here is due to the profit incentive, as the video game industry has become a multi-billion dollar, if not trillion dollar enterprise. And yet, in the same vein as Republicans constantly thinking it's not actually the politicians that are fucking me over, it's just the Democrats because they care about trans people, who cares about healthcare? A lot of gamers have also fallen to the whims of reactionary politics in the exact same way. Okay, that's it. Live service games, loot boxes, microtransactions, DLCs, incomplete video games being released. None of that has anything to do with women and queer people in gaming, okay? There's always been women and queer people on the developer side. They've always existed. They've been responsible for some of your favorite games, okay? As a matter of fact, something that a lot of people forget is that video games are art. Who makes art? Gay people, okay? Who makes art? Women and gay people. So the notion that they have not existed in the gaming industry in perpetuity is fucking ridiculous, okay? So it's not a new phenomena. Let's continue.
Corporate world, instead of having children at home like God designed them to. And don't you love Phil's cute little Doom shirt? Like, hey guys, I'm still one of the bros, right?
Dude, this is another thing that's really funny. Yeah, women should be at home as God designed them is such a funny thing. Dude, God would smite you, okay? You fucking heathen. You goddamn heretic. Do you think God's design for you is to sit around with a fucking thumb in your ass as you're trying to fucking get the shit that you couldn't push out after eating 7 bags of fucking Doritos as you write this goddamn YouTube video? You think that's your destiny? You think that's what God had for you? No. Under normal circumstances, you should be on the fucking front lines getting hit with a goddamn mallet to the head, okay? And you're out by 24. That's it. Lights out. None of this shit. Oh, women should be in the kitchen. Okay, how about you? Should men just be constantly fucking crying about video games online? Is that what men are supposed to do? Wah, wah, wah. Look at me.
Look, like, we can still hang, right? Nah, Phil, you're trash. You got cucked, dude. You're useless. So I have found that there are still people out there who deny the simple fact that games have gone woke, homo, and gay in 2024.
Games
so in
have
this video,
gone
I'm
woke.
going to literally prove it to you.
Oh, this guy's brilliant. Games have gone woke, homo, and gay in 2024. I love this guy.
Using science. What we will do is read the back of the box description of 6 random games from 2024, and then we will read the back of the box descriptions of 6 random games from the 2000s. And if what
I'm sure they will be very random. Yeah. Famously, the best games that came out in 2024 are these random games that he chose, as opposed to the entire decade of the 2000s, where he basically chose some of the best fucking games. Look at this totally random list. Like, what are the top games of 2024? Okay, let's see. What are some of the best games that came out in 2024? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up a list. Best video games so far. I'm gonna pull up an IGN list too, which is gonna be woke and gay, I suspect. Just to refresh my memory. Alan Wake 2, woke and gay, of course. Another Crab's Treasure, Batman Arkham Shadow, Black Myth Wukong came out in 2024, woke and gay. Okay, everybody knows. By the way, Deus Ex is an incredibly woke game, but we're not even going to get into that. That's really funny that this guy doesn't think it's woke and gay, but that's fine. Oh, God, IGN is so ass. Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Thanks, IGN. Some of the best games in 2024 right here. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is sick. I played it before. Dragon's Dogma 2 was all right. It was not that great. I'll admit. I mean, the combat system was kind of cool. Never played Final Fantasy, so I can't speak on that. Elden Ring DLC. Was that 2024? That was 2024, right? Elden Ring DLC. Not woke and not gay, even though it's pretty woke and pretty gay. You skipped over Diablo? Yeah, it's because it's a DLC. I don't really care about that much. My point is, I waited for 10 years for Dragon's Dogma 2 and Capcom shot me out of a cannon. Okay, in his defense, as someone who loves Final Fantasy VII, it is woke and gay. Well, the reality of the matter is many of the games that he's pointing to are woke that he likes. Most of these guys basically look at games that they don't enjoy and immediately brand them as woke. Okay? Games that they do enjoy, not woke. That's I call this the Baldur's Gate conundrum. Okay? Baldur's Gate is incredibly woke and also incredibly gay. It featured all of the gender customization options that these clowns always fucking cry about, always complain about. But why did nobody run around and call it woke and gay? It's because it was a good game. It was a good game that gamers enjoyed playing. That's it. That's it. Same with Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk had trans representation, all the fucking woke and gay gender shit that you can do in most RPGs at this point. Okay? Why is Cyberpunk not woke and gay? Because it's fun. Because it's good, especially now. I mean, it wasn't. It was a little bit of a flop when it first came out, even though I was lucky enough to be able to enjoy it because I was able to play it. But, for those who were able to play the game, I long have maintained the position that Cyberpunk was excellent. Yeah. A response to the Baldur's Gate was that it allowed you to be whatever you wanted. Yeah, it's just like, Murat, door's open. He's here. Your food's here. Reset Era literally canceled you for being transphobic due to Cyberpunk. Reset Era literally canceled you for being transphobic due to Cyberpunk. I got banned on that thread for defending you. Oh, for Cyberpunk because they were saying Cyberpunk is actually not. Yeah, that was when gamers on the other side were going fucking way too far and bitching and crying and shitting and pissing in their pants. When Asmongold started Elden Ring in 2021, he didn't care about the body type 1 and 2 during that character creation. Now he cries every time he sees that. Yes, because this is totally nonsensical bullshit, okay? It's just, this plays the same role as jiggling keys in front of the eyes of a baby. That's it. And I don't know how else to explain it to people. People will constantly say, oh, Hasan, you're not a real gamer, okay? You look like you have at least the capability to have sex if you would like to, and therefore not a real gamer. You need to not shower for a month and then maybe gain like a couple pounds and atrophy your muscle mass, and then we can have another conversation about your gamer cred. But that's it. The thing that I'm annoyed about, and I guess I'm a centrist on this issue, is that there are people out there who think art consumption is the end-all be-all of showcasing how woke you are as well. And this kind of attitude dominated the late 2010s and maybe even a little bit into the early 2020s, okay? From liberals. Liberals did this all the time. That's the reason why so many people yelled at me and said I was transphobic for defending Cyberpunk, for example. Or so many people yelled at me and said I was transphobic for saying trying to boycott Hogwarts Legacy is a silly thing to do. Okay? And a lot of people got in their feelings and they did this thing where they were like, no, you don't understand. This game is not woke, so I will not be consuming it. Okay? Now gamers who never really stopped doing that on the other side have really, really accelerated this attitude on the right. Okay? Reactionary gamers love talking about how I'm not going to play this video game because it's a video game that's too woke. Okay? It's fucking stupid. I just want good video games. I don't care. It says nothing about your morality or your politics if you are playing or consuming any sort of media. Okay? That's it. It says nothing, and especially about video games. Okay? Incel's trying to cope and say Cyberpunk is right-wing, actually. This has 18K likes. CD Projekt Red, absolutely clownish DEI behavior. It's everywhere. Data and facts are clear. Most original Witcher devs are gone. Devs mocked fans not long ago, but this is different. BlackRock is right. Clueless consumers will keep consuming. What? ESG ambitions, diversity and inclusion at CD Projekt Red. Oh, these guys are so stupid. An outright sign of brutal violence in the marketing overcomes the woke and gay. At the end of the day, there's a Reddit post about you on Dustborn and they hate you. I kind of feel bad because I feel like there were definitely a lot of HasanAbi heads that worked on Dustborn. And I do feel kind of bad because I ain't making video games, you know what I mean? Like I should have put more respect on it. Even if someone is making like a very silly video game in an effort to put forth a political message that I might not necessarily agree with, it's still a video game that they made, you know? Nah, it was awful and they should feel bad. I don't think so. It was made with government grants too, I think, from the Norwegian government. Sometimes I get sad when devs hear stuff like that. No, they're right. CD Projekt Red should only make games about being Polish. You have to farm a bunch of dust and then beg to use a single computer. No DI games from them. Anyway, what? Cyberpunk 2077 could be as woke as it wanted because it was fundamentally a dystopia and you're supposed to hate this modern society and its values. That's why in its efforts to be woke, it only became more right-wing. Wait, what? This is literally bad media analysis, but from the opposing side. Because I argued against people who routinely said this actually was a over-sexualization and fetishization of trans people, and it was actually problematic for that reason, where I had to explain to people that no, it is a right-wing dystopia, okay? Bad things are going to exist, and that is the reason why this isn't like trans representation. This is the fetishization and commodification of trans people, okay, as sexual objects, as objects of sexual desire, because it's supposed to be a fucking right-wing dystopia. This guy literally thought that this is fucking woke. Oh my God. Oh shit, I've never noticed that cock before. Yeah, she got a girl cock. Hard one too. Trans people were mad about this. They were like, this is fucked up. You're fetishizing trans people. Like, this game is actually so not woke, is what they said, ironically. And now right-wing gamers are saying the same shit, but in the opposite side, where they're like, no, actually, this is really woke, and therefore, this ad is actually quote unquote woke, but because it's cyberpunk is anti-woke, they're making fun of this or something. Okay. Yes, I know my stream overlays are off. I know, and that is because they break sometimes. I don't know why. I worked on Cyberpunk. I also worked on the trans character Claire, also played by a trans actress who got no recognition. The conversation around the game's launch drove me nuts. Yeah, it was a great game. It had great trans representation in general. And yes, of course, sometimes, like in a fucking capitalist dystopia like Cyberpunk universe, there is going to be hyper commodification and also hypersexualization of trans people. That is, bad things exist in the world, and art is supposed to reflect those bad things. If you try to sanitize art and make sure that artistic expression is stunted and only showcases good and none of the bad, then it's no longer a real expression. It's so fucking stupid. My point is, goddamn centrist on this issue a little bit, is that both sides do this. The right does it all the time, and they're way more annoying than the left on this issue, okay? Especially because no one on the right, as far as I understand, checks the rest of the right. In the same way that, like, I, as a leftist, routinely yell at radlibs who look at artistic expression and say, we must sanitize it. We must sanitize it. It is not woke enough. Okay? Anyway, let's get back to this dumbass video.
What I'm saying is true. We should notice a feminization, a pussification, a gayification of video games that has happened the past 20 years. And before you bring up that video games don't have boxes anymore in 2024, calm your tits, you know what I mean. So to find 6 modern games, I didn't have to look very far. I literally just went to the front page of Xbox Game Pass and found these games. This is clearly what Phil and his team of homos actually expects us men to play. Here they are. Creatures of...
Expect us men to play. Men. Dude. If you are, one, so goddamn insecure about your manhood that you can't play a single game with like women in it or, you know, like a cute game, then you're not a man at all. That's number one. Number two, okay? what kind of fucking game you play does not make you more of a man, you delusional, insecure loser. Holy fuck, dude. I cannot comprehend the fragility. I just don't understand how these guys are not more embarrassed. I really, really, really think the hug box shit actually broke so many people's brains. Like, guys like this that have attitudes like this never go outside in the real world, never have anybody check them to be like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? The masculine gaming? Like, what do you mean? Go play your fucking video games, dumbass. Like there's no shame anymore. No third spaces, no walkable cities, no interaction with your fellow man that could just turn around and be like, the fuck do you mean a masculine game? It's a video game, dude. Like, the average person over the age of 35 right now still thinks like playing video games is for children, okay? That is the reality of the broad majority of people. If you were to go up to a person like this, okay, after not showering for a month and a half with your greasy ass fucking hair, and you were like, yeah, I'll have you know, sir, video games are no longer masculine. They'd be like, why are you talking to me? Why are you, ew, get away from me, you fucking freak. Okay? Like, what do you mean video games are no longer as masculine? It's like men used to go to war, man. What are you talking about? Go work at a fucking construction site, please. Go work at a job site. The fuck do you mean video games are no longer masculine?
Of Ava, Dungeons of Hinterberg, Flintlock Siege of Dawn, Flock, Magical Delicacy, and Chia. Now you might say, oh, Andrew, you're specifically picking out games aimed at children. No, dude, I'm literally just going to the front page of Game Pass, and these are 6 games featured on the front page of Game Pass. Also, side note, isn't it weird that these pedo developers are always making games aimed at kids?
These pedo developers, but also don't take away my lolly. These pedo developers. Yeah. Why are they pedo developers? Because they're queer, and that's why they're pedo.
But that's a whole other thing I'm not going to get into right now. All right, so what games from the 2000s should we compare these with? These are 6 kind of random games that I just happened to pull off the shelf without thinking too much about it. They are Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, Ride to Hell Retribution, Modern Warfare 2, Dark Sector, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena. And again, all I'm going to do here is read the description.
Dog, this is marketing, okay? This is marketing. I don't understand why these guys are so brain broken by capitalism that they mistake marketing for like what you're actually supposed to get out of the game. Chronicles of Riddick is an incredible game, not because of the box art or how they marketed it. It's an awesome game because I just really like future dystopian prison structures in general. I think that's like a very cool concept. That's why Andor is awesome. Anyway, but that's like Road to Hell Retribution. That game was unplayable crap. I don't know about that game. I've never even... Deus Ex, for example, also, once again, capitalist dystopia in the future. Very political, very woke. Like, scratch the surface, please. I think these guys have lost touch with what makes us human, okay? You're not supposed to just look at the marketing and be like, that's it, you know? This is all woke and gay, and that's what my assessment is. You're supposed to play the fucking game and enjoy it. Play the game and hate it if you hate it too. Like, I mean, that can also happen for sure. I do believe he pulled him out randomly from a shelf. It's more of a representation of what his social conditioning told him was cool and hardcore and brutal, so he has to play it to be seen as cool in front of his friends. But playing video games does not make you more masculine or more feminine, okay? It's just a thing that you do. Back in the day, our parents used to tell us, don't judge a book by its cover. And that's all this guy is doing. He is just judging the games by their cover, literally. I very much doubt this dude believes any of the shit he's saying. He's literally using every buzzword he can to capture the attention of an Asman/XCC viewer. I know.
And we will compare. 2024 Creatures of Ava. Let your empathy guide you as you play an exciting action-adventure creature saver game. Understand and tame the creatures of Ava and let them lead you through a variety of ecosystems, all in the hopes of saving the planet from a life-consuming infection. I also found out that the 2 main characters of this game are, of course, homosexual black women because, 2024. Let your
This is what's crazy about this is like, I didn't even know this game existed. Okay. I was clueless to the existence of this video game because I guess I'm a relatively healthy person. So for that reason, if something is not appealing to me, and not even on the basis of the video game main character being a black woman who is gay or whatever the fuck, but if something is not appealing to me, like a cozy game like this, then I just don't even see it. I don't understand why these guys can't comprehend that there could be video games out there that are not for them. Okay? That's it. It's like maybe if in the 90s, 100% of video games were geared towards him, now 95% of games are geared towards his interests. And now there's also a 5% of games that are not geared towards his immediate interests. And he sees the 5% and he goes, I'm losing my mind. Why do they have this? Why is this allowed? They should make it illegal. It's not like, it's just pure selfishness. You know what I mean? The assumption that this is like, who is this for? This is for nobody. It's like, no, I'm sure there's people that play this fucking game. You know what I mean? That's why they made it. And I don't understand, even if they're making it for virtually no one, what is it to you? Why do you fucking care? It doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand it. Can you imagine an artist, okay, an impressionist decides to paint a painting, okay? And for the first time ever, he decides to paint a prostitute rather than the naked body of a prostitute, rather than the only imagery that was allowed in previous artistic expression, if there were any naked women at all, was, angels, right? But now you're going against the grain. You've decided to paint a prostitute, the naked body of a woman, but a prostitute nonetheless. Who the fuck cares? Why would you get mad at that? Like, what are you, a fucking psychopath? It's just not for you. Move on. Oh, that example, that is a real example from the real world. I'm explaining to you actual art history, okay? Like, can you imagine being like, excuse me, Mr. Monet, sir, you're supposed to make art just for me. Medieval gooner. Manet, not Monet. Okay? You're right. Thank you. Thank you, Lil Bear. Manet, sir! Why have you done this fucking thing? I don't like it. You've painted a woman. It's not allowed. Why have you painted a naked lady that is a sex worker, a prostitute, and not a naked baby that is supposed to be a fucking angel? Art is becoming woke. I hate it. Off with your head. French, not British. Okay, shut up. It's medieval gooner is always going to be a British accent. I don't know how to do a medieval French accent. Okay? Haas, you're missing a fundamental point that they believe that we do not. They believe in concepts of overpopulation and therefore that resources could be used for a white male-oriented gaming is being wasted on queer-aimed games. This is the flaw in their logic. There is enough resources when they aren't being hoarded by the elites for everyone to get their share. I mean, that's fucking insane. That's insane. If you think that the real reason why games don't hit no more is because like 5% of the video games are not immediately being marketed to you, you are the dumbest person on the planet. 100% of the gaming industry is dominated by the interests of capital. Okay? Whether it is the 5% that's targeted towards queer gamers or female gamers or whatever the fuck, or the 95% that is still targeted towards the unwashed masses, okay? It's all to make money. And the real reasons as to why some games, especially AAA or quadruple A titles now, suck is directly because of the profit incentive and has nothing to do with more queer people doing queer visibility in video games. You're just a fucking dumbass who actually believes this nonsensical bullshit, and they can keep farming you forever. There has not been a single moment throughout gaming history where queer people, gay people, trans people, women in general have not been involved in the artistic mode of video game creation, okay? They have always existed. As a matter of fact, that's precisely the reason why the overwhelming majority of developers are significantly more progressive than the garbage slop demanding monsters on the YouTube side that seemingly fucking resent video games in general. And I think it's due to more complicated reasons than video games have become too woke and too gay now. Okay? The developer side is infinitely more progressive in general. I wonder why. And always has been, mind you, always. Like the greatest example exactly, it's Samus, right? Metroid. That is, and I can do this fucking example for a million different things. I can talk about like how much these guys chirp about trans people or drag queens or whatever, when like throughout American history, drag queens have always existed, and it's like almost a universal thing, right? It's just that now people think, oh, that means you're trans, and that's actually bad, or whatever the fuck. And people have gotten mad about things like Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire is an example of like the permissibility of drag. Okay, a massively successful movie that people never really considered to be bad in any way, shape, or form, or morally degenerate in any way, shape, or form. Now it's Mrs. Wokefire, It's so stupid. And the same goes for gaming as well. Like Samus being a woman, right? I feel like now these goddamn losers would be losing their fucking minds. They're like, oh, this is woke. This is so DEI. They made Metroid a woman. It's like, dude, can you just take a deep breath and maybe reconsider that like all of these YouTube guys are just basically trying to farm you? Is that ever a consideration? Like if you're one of these people, and unfortunately I'm preaching to the choir here, I don't think there's many, even though Asmongold claims that I'm trying to cancel him now, so maybe some of his fans will be in here to, demand that I get banned or some shit, not recognizing the irony. So hopefully if they're accidentally in here, this is my plea to you, okay? Take a deep breath and think critically, logically, with reason, okay? For a brief moment. Do you think there is maybe any incentive for a lot of these YouTube slop tubers to just simply fucking lie about this shit, to try to whip you up into a frenzy, okay? Really reconsider it, okay? Just think about it. There's never really been a period in time where art, no matter what the medium, has not been progressive, okay? That's it. Art has always been progressive. Art has always been made by progressive people. It is always going to reflect some progressive values. Why do you get so bent out of shape when you see that in your consumption? Why didn't you get bent out of shape in the 90s and in the early 2000s when it also still existed? Because a lot of the things that even now you don't consider to be woke because you enjoy it are still very much woke. And a lot of the things that you think are failing because they're quote unquote woke are not failing because they're quote unquote woke, but because they just suck. It's slop.
Empathy guide you? Like, what the hell? I don't play video games to let my empathy guide me in, ooh, I want to be gay and collect creatures and like this game just sounds retarded. Let's be honest.
Like this is getting mad at like what's the name of the Animal Crossing? It's like getting upset that Animal Crossing exists. You know what I mean? No, I don't want to collect creatures. Like, well, this is woke and gay. Okay, Pokemon, Pokemon is woke and gay. What is the agenda here? They're just trying to make us all woke and gay. Terraria is woke and gay.
Be honest. So now let's compare this with a game from 20 years ago. 2005, Brothers in Arms wrote down.
Oh, sick game. Great fucking game.
The back of the box says this: they would sacrifice everything except each other. Like, damn, dude, just grabs you by the balls. Like that is the back of a box. I'm like, okay, I'm interested now. That is a dope intro for a back of the box. It goes on: the night before D-Day, 1944, the paratroopers of the 101st Airborne Division are dropped into Normandy and scattered behind enemy lines. As Sergeant Matt Baker, lead your squad through 8 harrowing days that will define history and unite you forever as brothers in.
Yeah, bro, if you want to get grabbed by the balls, by a video game box copy, that's a little sus.
Arms. Like, bro, like the balls of these games description. I
The
have to go
balls.
play this game now. See, this is what's honestly missing from the 2024 homo trash. Like, nothing is good anymore. Nothing grabs us. This is why video games profits are down. And they've completely quit catering to their base market of men. Next game, 2024 Dungeons of Hinterberg. Armed with a sword and a turret.
Yeah, bro plays gender affirming video games. Like, that's crazy. Like, you're out of your fucking mind, dog. You are straight up a total weirdo if you think that playing a World War II game is making you more of a man as opposed to this like woke game is making you more of a woman or some shit. I don't understand how we got here, but at some point, shame just completely dropped off the map, and these guys openly, actively turned these things, these attitudes, these opinions that they should have basically kept to themselves. They put it on the forefront, and they turned this into like a political movement. It is very strange to me. I genuinely don't understand it. Maybe because I'm old, but like, if you personally think that the introduction of like a woke and gay indie game is basically trying to forcibly make you trans or something, I mean, you're an embarrassing person. Like, playing Brothers in Arms does not make you a warrior. Okay? You're just playing a video game. Like, you didn't actually experience D-Day. Okay? You're still the same guy. I hope you understand that.
Tourist guide. Explore the beautiful alpine village of Hinterberg and uncover the magic hidden within its dungeons. Master magic, solve puzzles, slay monsters. All this and more awaits you in Hinterberg.
Isn't this just also like, isn't this just Zelda? Like, it's an indie version of Zelda. Like, is Zelda woke and gay too? Is that what's going on? Like, the previous game he was shitting on was basically indie Pokemon. This game that he's shitting on is basically indie Zelda. What is are these games also woke and gay? I assume they are, right? Well, I guess they're not because they're Japanese, and Japanese are not woke.
Like, okay, I like swords, but based on the game's art style, I know within the first 5 minutes,
we for sure have a man who dresses in women's clothes in our team.
Meeting somebody's non-binary boyfriend. Like, nah, dude, I'm good. Now compare this with the 2013 masterpiece, Ride to Hell Retribution. Back of the box says this: 2 fists, 2 wheels, no rules. Now, it's a little...
I don't understand. Why is he presenting a dog shit game that I don't even remember when it came out? I don't think I've ever played this game, but chatters are saying that this game was like unplayable and it sucks. Why is he... This is a meme video. I don't know if this guy is... I don't think this dude is making a meme. I'm not even kidding. Because we looked at his other videos, or at least the titles of the other videos, and it doesn't seem like it was a meme. At first, I thought it was because it was so... He was laying it on so thick that I was like, oh, come on. He's like making a mockery of people who genuinely think this way. But I do actually think... I actually think this is a real thing that he believes.
Cheesy, but I already know one thing. This game has balls, but it gets better. A lone rider, Jake Conway, locked in a battle to the death against a ruthless gang of bikers called the Devil's Hand. Okay, and you got a hot chick on the back. Like, dude, I'm in. I want to play this game now. These 2024 games will be 3 sentences long and still can't grab my attention. And then with like one word, this completely has me by the balls. Like, guys, it kind of makes me sad that America actually used to export like cool stuff to the world. And now it's just homo woke garbage that America is exporting. Like, I know you dudes in Europe know what I'm talking about.
Dude, constantly complaining that video games don't just have hard dick dudes is infinitely gayer than taking your homie's dick and bouncing on it. Okay? This is ridiculous. It's like, why aren't there any sexy fucking men with their pectorals out? Okay? Why aren't they all over the place dominating people, dominating women? Oh, I just want to think about their hard cocks. I want them to grab me by their balls. Why aren't there more hot jacked men in my video games? Bouncing on your bro's penis is infinitely less gay than whatever the fuck this video is, okay?
Like, America used to export, you know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, the Stallone movies, like all of the awesome stuff of the 80s and 90s. And look at like the homo trash garbage that America is exporting today. And it's such a shame. Next game, 2024 Flintlock Siege of Dawn. Step into the boots of Nor Van Anik, an elite member of the Coalition Army, joined by Inky, a mysterious fox-like companion, in their quest for vengeance against the gods. Guided by Inky, who shared...
They would have called Predator woke today. Yeah, Predator is woke. It quite literally is woke. Most art is woke. It's made by mostly queer people. That art is usually made by the fucking woke queer people, okay? Like, I just don't... Like, yeah, of course Predator is fucking woke. It's all woke. Like, The Matrix, also woke. The only thing that I guess changes the dynamic for these guys is whether they enjoyed it or if they have some kind of nostalgia boner for it. And they just suspect that it's made by straight, burly men and their masculine expressions.
Shares his knowledge of the world with you. Your combat skills and traversal abilities will be imbued with this magical powers, making you a duo to be reckoned with. Like, nah, dude, it just sounds gay. It sounds queer. Why is every game like this now? It's always some magical nonsense that never sounds cool. It's like none of these developers beta tested any of these ideas with normal guys.
These guys, yeah. These dudes, they would hate playing these video games, dude. This is the target demographic. Me, by the way, I'm one of these guys. This is me and the boys, okay?
Guarantee you get a bunch of straight dudes in a room and they would tell you this idea was terrible. Oh, but the cherry on...
It's so funny to post a photo of the USC football team, okay? How old is that photo? No, it's just like, again, I can't tell if this is fucking parody or not. He's mocking the box text while showing the main character Hatchet murdering everyone. Yeah, it's just, none of it fucking makes sense. This guy got debated by a dude called Ackman, got humiliated. Ackman TV uploaded on his channel and Andy tried to copy strike him only for it to fail. Am I insane or is he saying magic is gay? He's all over the place, man. He is straight up all over the place. It doesn't make sense because guess what? This is not coming from a place of a coherent worldview. It's just an angry loser who knows that there are a shit ton of angry losers out there, which is why there's 1.3 million views on this fucking video. Okay? Like, you got a dude who is just an angry fucking loser chirping and recognizing that as long as he says something is woke and gay, that a lot of other angry losers who also feel the same way will watch it and, you know, get him some sweet ad revenue. I don't think half these guys legitimately think. Okay, hold on. There's a lot of commotion here because my mom has entered the fray. It could neither be sincere nor parody, but just good old capitalism incentivized fake outrage made for money without concern either way. I know. It is basic bottom of the barrel anger, okay? It's anger, frustration. It's anger and frustration masquerading as like some kind of coherent worldview where everything sucks because woke, everything sucks because gay. And unfortunately for many normal people, the more we experience the world through the lens of hyper niche online communities, the more this kind of attitude normalizes and it becomes a normal part of our lives. We get this reaffirmation from the consistent positive feedback we get from like-minded individuals with no normal human with a opinion that actually contradicts this, capable of checking you, okay? You just develop these massive, massive echo chambers. And I think the more we find ourselves online without any sort of real world experience, without any sort of back and forth communication in the real world, the more this kind of stuff is going to blow up. Wait, this is what he looks like? Oh my God. You definitely see the way the comments in these videos are all the same. Yeah, everyone has turned into a fucking bot, dude. It is actually crazy. You're like fucking 50 years old crying about like children's games. This is akin to saying, I went to Toys R Us and I saw toys for little children. This is the pussification of America. It's like, dude, they're toys, man. Maybe they're not for you. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm too normal, but when I see a video game that is not marketed to my specific taste, I don't lose my fucking mind over it. I just go, okay, that's not for me. This is akin to complaining that like Target sells tampons. Okay. Why is not every single thing catered to my immediate desires? I have no use for a tampon. This is woke. This is DEI. Like, have you maybe considered that not every single thing that you see online or in the real world is supposed to be to your specific taste, catering to whatever your desires are? You know?
On top, of course, is
here's a 30-second dev commentary by Mark Laidlaw on how they approached this stuff back in 2013. Timestamp for voice line is 1935.
Project Lil is our code name for an internal push to make our comments more accessible to the whole Valve community. It was pointed out to us in mail from a fan that in some of our previous commentary, the designers referred unfailingly to the gamer as a he. Although in natural speech, most of us normally tend to say they and their, rather than he and his, some stuffy, overactive minion of the grammar police went through and revised all those usages to make them conform to an oppressive gender-biased rule. However, research shows that they and their is a perfectly acceptable and even older form, and we're happy to fall back on it and let people talk the way they normally talk. And screw the so-called rules that alienate our fans. Thanks, Lil.
There you go. Woke and gay all the way back in 2013. Okay? Valve is woke and gay all the way back in 2013, dude. How far back does this go?
Is this black female lesbian girl boss as the main character? Like, F off, dude. I'm not playing. I think it's a woman. It might be a man. It might be a they, them. All right, jumping back to the 2000s. And I know this isn't fair to compare this game, but it just popped off my shelf. 2009.
Good thing they don't make Call of Duties anymore. Yeah, they stopped making them because woke.
Modern Warfare 2. Back of the box says this. Modern Warfare 2 continues the gripping and heart-racing action as players face off against a new threat dedicated to bringing the world to the brink of collapse. Like, yes, dude, I want to know that new threat dedicated to bringing the world to the brink of collapse. Also, if you had played Call of Duty before this, you're kind of already invested, so it's a great tagline. 2024 game, Flock. Flock is a multiplayer co-op game about the joy of flight and collecting adorable flying creatures with your friends. Soar through beautiful landscapes, seeking out rare and elusive creatures to add to your flock. Like, dude, this shit is gay. Like, this is either designed for a 5-year-old.
Like, why is he not comparing, I don't know, like the current Call of Duty to the previous Call of Duty? Why are you comparing a Call of Duty to a totally random indie game that I have not seen at all up until this video?
For a 30-year-old gay man, or it's designed for a woman, but none of those people are buying Xboxes. Like, Phil, you're retarded and your company's going to go out of business if you keep this up. All right, jumping back to the 2000s, this is a good one. Dark Sector 2008. Become the ultimate weapon. The virus, the source of your pain. Your enemy, your power. Unleash the deadly power of the glaive and become the...
Does he think that games like this don't exist anymore? Like, what is happening? Like, just fucking play Warframe, man.
Hero. Like, dude, that's the back of a box right there. Now I'm intrigued. Now I'm like, whoa, a virus? My power? What is the glaive? Like, what is this?
There is nothing more masculine and manly than sitting around and arguing over ad copy. Okay. Do you understand? Advertisement copywriting. This is the most you can do. advertisement copywriting for video games. That is all this video is about. At its root, the only thing he's talking about is advertisement copywriting in video games. Okay? It's akin to looking at the failed initiatives in the early 2000s where the bro macho advertisement initiatives that came out, like what was the Dr. Pepper, but for men only? Wasn't there like a manly Dr. Pepper or whatever the fuck? It's just he wants to go back to the Dr. Pepper 10 for dudes only. Like he wants to go back to a society where they just have manly Dr. Pepper, none of this gay shit like Dr. Pepper, cream and soda, 0 sugar. That's for women, which unironically was a massive failure. And that's precisely the reason why they stopped doing that, by the way.
I want to become the ultimate weapon. Like in the 2000s, games were made by straight dudes. And in 2020, games are made by mostly gay men and women. Like it's that simple. Men, actual straight men, we want power. We want cool weapons. We want, deadly powers and glaives and becoming the ultimate weapon. That sounds cool. But if you're a gay man or a woman or a child, none of which are people who actually play video games, then you want...
Yeah, dude, that's right. Child. A famous constituency that never plays video games. Also, here are all the video games I played as a child. Like, what are you saying, dude? The notion that like gay men and women don't play video games is so fucking outdated. It is so stupid. But it's extra stupid when you add the demographic of children into this argument. So much of this devolves into, hey, maybe that's not for you. And that's okay. Have you ever considered that not everything is supposed to be catered to your immediate needs? It's that simple.
To collect adorable creatures. It really comes down to that. 2024, magical delicacy, and I've made fun of this game before. A wholesome pixel art platformer. Cook magical delicacies from a vast collection of ingredients in your own shop. Explore an unfamiliar town and deliver tasty treats to the townsfolk. Like,
I think maybe this is like a way for these ridiculous nerds to also feel more powerful. It's like making fun of children and like making fun of women, making fun of like indie developers to be like, I'm so masculine. It's like a way to make up for what you're lacking in your real life. You know what I mean? It's like a bully, like a playground bully. You know what I mean? Like what a strange thing to do. Like, why are you like, there are video games that are specifically designed and marketed to women, right? Young girls, as a matter of fact. It's like getting mad that Dress to Impress exists, okay? It's like, why are they making Roblox Dress to Impress? How dare you? How dare you make such a game? It should not be Dress to Impress. It should be Roblox Genocide Simulator for manly men. Make everything for me. Yeah, getting mad that Sailor Moon exists, like, why was this made? It's not for me. I hate this. Stardew Valley, that's woke and gay. Animal Crossing, no more. Like, how fucking developmentally stunted do you have to be to just not recognize that this is just not for you and you should just leave it alone?
No, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, no straight guy has ever thought, I want to deliver taste.
Also, straight up, I'm sorry. I know, the wokes in my community are going to get mad at me for saying this, but there is 0% chance that this dude is not consistently jerking off to the gayest of porns, okay? Like I'm sorry, no one is this hyper specifically anti-gay and constantly trying to talk about how not gay they are, unless, there's a little bit of that thought, and it's not even a little bit of that thought, by the way. There's a lot of that thought in there. Like, this is not a Ben Shapiro or a Matt Walsh style situation where they're like straight and also homophobic. This is a Steven Crowder style situation where their homophobia is guided, their anger and resentment, I think, is certainly guided by the anger that they cannot express themselves openly. They can express their sexuality openly.
Treats to the townsfolk. That is something women would do, but that is not something a straight guy would be like, ooh, I want to deliver tasty treats. Jumping back to a classic from the 2000s, Deus Ex Human Revolution 2000.
Very woke and very gay, by the way. Yeah, this is a Benny Johnson style situation.
2011. The big text says, the truth will change you. Like, damn, son, what truth? I have to know. What is being hidden from me?
Bro, you can't be serious. This is so hyper invested in advertisement copy. I'm losing my fucking mind.
It goes on.
Damn, son, this marketing initiative is so sick. Like,
critically injured after a deadly attack, Adam Jensen undergoes a life-saving operation, augmenting him with powerful cybernetics. Caught in the middle of a vast conspiracy, Adam's choices will affect both himself and all of humanity as he seeks answers across the globe. Like, dude, I am rock hard right now. Like, I want to play this game. I don't want to play.
I'm rock hard crawling up this dude's ass. Dude, yeah, you are. Oh, yeah, you are. We know you are, brother. We know. Oh, my God. No, this is why this could be satire. This could be brilliant satire, okay? I'm still not sure if this guy is just like doing a super five-head play here to just farm delusional gamers with rage bait while also making a mockery of them. I can't in good conscience assume that this is a real person that exists in the real world, even though you guys said that he also debated his thoughts with Ackman. Like, I can't believe that this is how stupid a person can get. Like, any person. Not even a person with like, I'm not even saying like, oh, you can't be like a YouTuber with this level of idiocy, okay? Just generally.
Anything about collecting adorable creatures or delivering gay treats to people's houses, I want to play whatever Human Revolution is about. And it's funny because like I can't put my finger on exactly what made 2000s games so good, but it has something to do with men. Dude, we're dudes and we want gay.
Dog, come on. No. He's not saying Kojimbo is not woke and gay. Wait.
Games about dudes. And we want games about male transformation and identity and a man who is going through something, who is actually a man. I can't really describe what made the 2000s games so good.
Wait,
other
what?
than that they're focused exclusively on the male.
Virtually every single game that he mentioned has a modern version, was also woke and gay back then, and is still woke and gay in their modern versions. Okay? I can't, he's trolling, right? He's talking about, it's not satire because he's not doing it for any purpose other than making money. He's not sincere, but he's pandering. You think that's the reason? I don't know if this is sincere. It just has so much, it has so many markers. Like, we want dudes transforming. You're already my favorite YouTuber. Keep speaking the truth, brother. Call of Duty in 2009, no Russian. Call of Duty in 2024, no gender. Bro has no filter. It is straight to the point. 25,000 likes. Bro didn't sugarcoat it. He just started blasting. Like, no, dude, that's gay. Needs to be on a t-shirt. Bro, time travel from 2004 to shit talk an entire industry like a COD lobby.
Psyche. Games, it's always been men playing the games. So as long as Sony and Xbox don't realize this obvious fact and keep designing games for 14-year-old girls, for women, and for gay men, I truly think Xbox is going to go out of business and Sony will go out of business if they don't figure out who their audience is quickly. 2024 game.
Yeah, yeah, the gaming industry is going to go out of business, dude. Oh my God. First of all, don't you want them to go out of business? You resent gaming. Like, it seems like you want them to go out of business. Don't you want it to perish? Don't you want it to fall apart so that they can go back to the drawing board and make games only for you, I guess? Except that hasn't happened. Unfortunately, they've become more and more profitable year over year. And it's not because they're doing woke and gay shit, by the way, even though that probably plays a certain role because then you can expand to different markets, right? But the real reason why it's more lucrative is because they're doing all this awful shit, like recycling the same old IP, nostalgia baiting, mass layoffs immediately after year-over-year record profits, live service gaming, DLCs, incomplete and unfinished games on release, no real testing done, beta testing in real time with actual fucking paying consumers, microtransactions, loot boxes. These are all the real reasons why gaming has become unimaginably lucrative year over year, and also partially, more dog shit. Having said that, however, there are still incredible games that come out, luckily, okay? It's just there is more games out there, okay? There's more of them, and some of them are not immediately catered to your specific needs and demands. Don't forget cutting content out of the game and selling it as a pre-order bonus. That too, yes. Yeah, remember when they were complaining that Space Marine 2 was woke? Contains overtly pro-DEI messaging. The Ultramarine scene in game are improbably diverse. Features frontline female combatants, including an improbable female authority figure. Absolutely insane stuff overall. This entire video reads like Mac from Always Sunny when he was closeted still and talking about dominating other dudes and ass blasting. Yeah, it does have heavy Mac vibes.
Chia, a tropical open world adventure. Take control of any animal or...
This is the other thing that I don't understand. Dude, you're a video game commentary guy. Why are you doing nerd voice? That's you. Like, you're doing nerd voice while dunking on a video game designed specifically for children. Okay? Like, that's just you. You're the fucking, actually, this video game does not specifically cater to my needs and expectations. It's made for children. Why is it made for children? That's not nerd voice. It is gay lisp. Oh, this is gay voice? Just sounds like fucking his normal voice to me. I don't know.
Object you can find and jam on your fully playable ukulele. Like, no, dude, this just sounds like some cozy garbage trash game. Like, if I wanted to, if I wanted to chill out and do nothing, I would just go do.
Dude, if you are over the age of 30 and you're pressed by video games specifically designed for children, you should honestly stop. Just stop. Just stop it. You know what I mean when I say this, okay? Just stop existing, okay? Just reset. Go back to the drawing board, figure out a new thing, okay? Because this is, I can't say what I truly think here. You are pathetic. You are less than human, okay? Straight up. You have eradicated a part of your soul that makes you a human being, okay? You are a waste of space, a waste of resources. Holy shit. Incredible. Incredible to put yourself out there as this much of a fucking pathetic little worm. Oh my God. And I know, I'm sure he'll say this. I'm sure he'll see this and be like, oh, I've triggered the wokes or whatever. I'm not. I'm not woke. Okay. I think you're just a fucking loser, dog. There's no other way to talk about this other than a 30-plus-year-old man, okay, crying about video games designed for children.
Something besides play a video game. But when I play a video game, I want to have like an intense...
That is experience. If this is sincere. If this is like, some excellent satire, I don't know. But holy fuck, the reception seems, regardless of whether there was satirical purpose here, I suspect that the reception is very sincere. People love this.
I don't want to have some cozy...
Asmon fucking loves this guy. Jesus Christ, dude.
Trash experience. So my only thinking with this is that Xbox seems to think that their target is gay men, 5-year-olds, and women. But the super obvious fact, as I've said it again and again, is that their audience...
Yeah, your audience is actually a 37-year-old divorced dad. Why don't you understand? It's me. I'm your audience. It's only me. There's so many fucking games out there for this loser to play, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, it's a child's game. What's wrong with you? It's like dunking on Minecraft, dude. It's dunking on Roblox.
Audience is full of 30-year-old dudes. So, like, at this point, I just think Xbox is probably going to go back.
Wait, no. Oh, he is literally saying like the audience of gamers
and
is just 30-year-old men.
But the super obvious fact, as I've said it again and again, is that their audience is full of 30-year-old dudes. So like at this point, I just think Xbox is probably going to go bankrupt because they keep putting stuff like this out. All right, and let's look at the final game here that I found from the 2000s. And it is called The Chronicles of Riddick: Assault on Dark Athena.
I hate that he's bringing up Riddick. It's such a... Oh, fuck, I love Riddick. I love Riddick, dude. Asmongold reacted to his channel. It got 2.4 million views.
Who killed masculinity in video games? I'll tell you who killed it. Blizzard.
Yeah, let me finish this game. Let me finish this video, and then I'll move on to that one.
Already know this box is about to go hard. At the top, it says in big letters, there is power in darkness. See, like power. We're all about powers and domination and conquering. Understand your audience, guys. Below that, it says a dark, intense shooter set in an epic sci-fi world. Like, this is all things we want. We want darkness, we want intensity, we want shooting, and we want sci-fi.
Someone in the chat also said this, but like... If I woke up tomorrow and I was this guy, I would end it. I would end it all. Straight up.
Brings the darkness
like,
with stealth,
in a video
action,
game, of course.
Brutal
but goddamn.
Combat. And then for the first time, play as Riddick in multiplayer on System Link or online. Below that, it says, be Riddick, the most ruthless criminal in the universe. In his latest chronicle, Riddick has been captured by the Dark Athena, a mercenary ship hell-bent on eliminating him once and for all. Using his intense hand-to-hand combat skills, explosive firepower, and lethal stealth, Riddick must shut down the maniacal Captain Ravas and her deadly crew when Riddick steps into the darkness. No one is safe. Like, dude.
And this one's good because the woman is evil. The woman is a villain.
Don't you want to play that game? Darkness, power, prison, These describe the kind of games that guys, that straight men want to play. And it's sad to see the video game industry completely bottoming out and completely dying right now because they're chasing audiences that don't exist. Gay men don't play your games. Kids don't play Xboxes. Women.
Gay people do play a lot of video. I like that he corrected.
Gay men don't.
Gay people do play a lot of video games, but they're 3% of the population. I'm glad that he checked himself. One of the commenters. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I love this shit. This
play
is
your
good.
Games. Kids don't play Xboxes. Women don't play Xboxes. Phil Spencer and PlayStation and all these companies need to wake up and freaking realize that straight dudes are playing these games and they need to be making games for us. So developers, if you are listening, give us manly games. Give us power. Give us darkness. Give us violence. Give us brawny buff dudes who beat the crap out of people with our sick powers. And if y'all do this, if y'all quit being pussies, if y'all quit pussifying the game industry and actually give us manly games, we will buy games.
Like, how the fuck do we go from this guy, okay, this guy, being a figure that everyone universally dunks on to this guy presenting himself as a beacon of masculinity and all things that represent men with a legion of different variants of this guy running around and actively being like, no, you don't understand, you simpleton. Immediately, you must bazingify all of the video games to my liking. Like, how the fuck did this happen? What is going on? Oh my God, the internet was a mistake, dude. Oh my God, Vivek was wrong. We venerated these fucking losers too much. We gotta start bullying gamers again, dude. They like it. They like it. That way they can like gatekeep certain aspects of their culture. You know what I mean? Fuck. We got to start pantsing these fucking losers. Okay. It's crazy. I'm serious. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why is this something that people are voluntarily revealing about themselves? This should be like, this kind of sentiment should be accompanied with deep shame. Okay. Deep shame, like the deepest of shame.